In this demonstration, I'm going to show you how you can create an expense claim form designed specifically for consumption on a mobile device using Nintex Forms. I will also show you how employees can submit their expenses via a mobile phone, including the ability to take a photo of their receipt and submit it directly back into SharePoint. So as you can see here, I have a out-of-the-box SharePoint list called expenses, and I've created a number of custom columns. So the first thing I need to do is to design the form for Nintex Forms is open up the Forms Designer. And I can do that from the ribbon, clicking on the Forms icon. By default, what happens is the designer opens up in the desktop view. Now this use case, I would like to design the form for use on a mobile phone. And so as you can see across the top, there are a number of different layouts that are available in Nintex Forms, such as iPad, Windows, Android, and a variety of others. But in this case, I'm going to use the generic Nintex mobile phone layout. So I'll click on that. And now, as you can see, it has created a form for me with all of the fields on it, laid out specifically for a mobile device. So then I've got all my fields. One thing I wanted to add to this form before I publish it is the geolocation field. This allows me to capture the specific location of the submission. So all I need to do is drag that on, make it a little bit bigger, move it down, and to save this information I need to map it back to the column that I have in SharePoint. So I'm just going to connect that to my map geolocation column. And now I've finished the form, I'll now publish that. And now that will actually publish the form and make it available on the actual device. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to fill the form out on the device. So I'm going to bring up Air Server, which shows my mobile phone. So down the bottom you'll see there's an app called Nintex Mobile. So I'm just going to open up that, and that will take me into the list of forms that are available on my device. So I'm just going to reload the phone so I can get the latest updates. As you'll see there's a expenses form. So I click on the expenses form, and there's all my fields that were on my form in the designer. So I'm going to fill this out. So let's say this was food and beverage, and the amount was $225, and it was for June. Now here's our geolocation field that I added previously. So what I can do there is actually find a location by clicking on the select location, and that will automatically open up the map for me. If I click on the little icon there, it will give me the position of where I am now. So I can use that location. So I click, and there you can see it actually populates the coordinates for me. And here I want to actually now take a photo of my receipt. So I click select attachments, click add, choose it from the camera. I've just got a sample receipt here, so I'm just going to hover over that, capture there, use photo. That will now add the photo to the expense form. Click back and hit submit. You'll notice down the bottom there's the outbox. That means that the form is waiting to be sent. When I reload this, it will automatically be sent from my device, and that will now land back inside SharePoint. So I'm just going to go back to SharePoint. I'm just going to close this form. And as you can see down the bottom here, there's my expense claim that I submitted for $225. And the one thing you'll notice here is the geolocation field. So it'll automatically add this information into the form for me. So if I click on that, there we go, there's a map of where I submitted it from. And also if I open up the item itself, you'll see that there's the attachment to the image, which is the photo that I took of my receipt. And that is how you can create a simple expense claim form using the camera and geolocation using Nintex Forms.